Battle Through the Heavens. Chapter 78. A sudden breakthrough into the rank of Doujie. Having secured the vital resources to dismantle his rivals, the mysterious figure in black finally concludes his business with the Mitterer auction house. His departure leaves the room in a heavy silence as Yafei and Ji Yunai struggle to recover from the sheer shock of the transaction. The stage is now set for a power shift that will leave the entire Jiale clan reeling from their unforeseen loss.
The figure in the black robe gripped the medicinal ingredients and stepped out of the room. Yafei finally let her stiff posture collapse. She sank into her chair, her lithe body limp. She looked like a weary fox, her chest rising and falling with a heavy breath.
That old man plays a heavy hand.
Yafei whispered, her head resting against the back of the chair. She shook her head and let out a dry laugh. Ginyu wiped the sweat from his forehead and sighed.
5 energy-gathering pills. Even a Tier 4 alchemist would hesitate to throw around that kind of wealth.
Yafei nodded. She bit her lip and gave a self-deprecating smile.
I thought I could keep my composure, but I failed.
If it were me, I would have crumbled after the 3rd pill.
G-U-N, he said with a chuckle.
You stayed quiet until the 5th. That was more than I expected.
It was not composure.
Yafei said, her eyes rolling toward the ceiling.
I was stunned. I was so shocked I could not even open my mouth. I never expected him to be so bold. He just doubled the price out of nowhere.
Your silence earned the auction house nearly 400,000 gold pieces.
Guni joked. Yafei laughed, her hand covering her red lips. She stood up and stretched. The Jiale clan has truly run into a wall this time. Guni nodded in agreement.
One thing bothers me.
Yafei said, her eyes narrowing.
That old man does not seem to know the Shao clan at all. Why is he so determined to help them? He used 5 energy-gathering pills just to crush the Jiale clan's market.
Who knows?
G-U-Nai said, shaking his head.
This man is a mystery. I have never heard of an alchemist like him in the entire GMI empire.
Yafei hummed and looked toward the door. Her eyes sparkled.
We need to tighten our ties with the Shao clan. With this man's pills, our profits in Wutan City will double. When the family reviews my performance, no one will be able to touch my position.
She hummed a small tune and strolled out of the room, her hands tucked behind her back. Outside the auction house, Xiaoyan let out a long breath.
Thanks, Master.
He whispered.
No need for thanks. If we do not topple the Jiale clan, how can you focus on your training?
Cousin Zhao Yan, I finally found you.
Xiao Mei stepped back and looked up. Her face was youthful, but held a hint of charm that set her apart from the other girls.
What is it? The clan leader wants to see you. He is waiting in the hall.
I see. Thanks.
Cousin Xiaoyan, thank you for last time.
Xiao Mei called out. She bit her lip, watching him go.
It was nothing.
Cousin Zhao Yan, are you going to join the Jianan Academy recruitment?
Maybe.
The boy replied. He walked on, his hands behind his head, his voice drifting back as he disappeared from sight. Xiao Mei sighed. her expression a mix of regret and longing, before turning away. Xiaoyan reached the hall and pushed the doors open. His father, Xiaozhan, sat with the three elders. They were deep in conversation, but stopped the moment he entered.
Father, you were looking for me?
Xiaoyan asked with a smile. Xiaozhan and the elders exchanged a glance.
Have you met that old gentleman?
Xiaoshan asked, his voice low.
Yes.
Xiaoyan said. He knew exactly who his father meant.
Do you know his background?
I only met him recently.
Xiaoyan said. That much was true. He still knew very little about Yao Lao's past.
But I do know he is an alchemist.
Nonsense!
Xiaozhan barked, though he was smiling. Xiaozhan was clearly in high spirits. He tried to grill Xiaoyan for more information, but the boy gave him nothing but vague answers.
You little brat! Go on then. If you see that old man again, do not offend him. The future of the Shao clan depends on him.
Wait! The first elder said, his eyes fixed on the boy.
Zhao Yan, your aura feels stronger.
Xiaozhan froze. He leaned forward, his gaze sweeping over his son. A moment later, his jaw dropped.
You broke through to Du Zhe?
The second and third elders twitched. They stared at the boy as if he were a ghost.
I guess so. I just trained and trained. Then I just broke through.
What kind of training are you doing?
The boy had created so many miracles lately that Xiaozhan felt numb to the shock. He waved a hand.
If you broke through, then go to the guild and get your rank tested. Get a badge.
Xiaoyan nodded, a smirk playing on his lips.
Can I go now? I really do not know how it happened. It just did.
Get out of here!
Xiaozhan laughed and cursed at him. Xiaoyan laughed loudly and bolted from the room before his father could say more. Behind him, the three elders looked at one another and let out long, bitter sighs. Yao Lao's voice was dry. Xiaoyan grinned and said nothing more. He circled the nearby streets for a long time before finding a secluded alley. He stripped off the black robe, hid it, and hurried back toward the Shao estate. Inside the clan grounds, the younger members stared at him with envy and jealousy. News of the events in the main hall had already spread. Xiaoyan ignored them and walked toward his room. As he turned a corner, a girl in red nearly collided with him. He stepped back just in time to avoid the impact. Xiaoyan rubbed his nose and kept his voice flat. Xiao Mei's smile faltered at his cold tone. Her shoulders slumped. Xiaoyan nodded. He waved a hand and started walking toward the front courtyard. Xiaoyan did not stop. He just raised a hand and gave a casual wave. Xiao Mei gripped her hands together. Her voice rose with sudden courage. Xiaozhan said, shaking his head in defeat. Xiaoyan shrugged. He neither agreed nor disagreed. Xiaoyan scratched his head and looked innocent. Xiaozhan's eyes widened. He did not know whether to laugh or cry.